This is Nuts and Bolts. I'm Lon Schiffbauer. For many of us, when we think about setting and accomplishing goals, we think about things like, earning a degree or transitioning careers, maybe building a home or running a marathon. Things like this, things we can wrap our minds around. Well, my guest today, he takes goal setting to a whole new level. His name is Ryan Pivirotto, and, well, you know what? Let's let him introduce himself. So, Ryan, why don't we start out by having you introduce yourself to everyone and, tell us who you are?
All right. Well, my name is Ryan Pivirotto. I am a 2018 US Winter Olympian for the short track speed skating team.
Now, for those of us who don't know speed skating, what's short track?
Short track is NASCAR on ice. It is fast, it is chaotic, it is the most exciting sport you have never watched.
I've watched it before, but I can't tell you I know too much about it. The most exciting sport you've never watched. I love it. I love it.
It's being an Olympic sport. It's like the public doesn't know about it until the Olympics come around. And so it kind of happens that way. It doesn't really bother me, but I do want to try and get it out to the public more because I've never heard someone walk away from a competition saying, wow, I hated that. Everyone loves watching it.
So, what got you into this? Did you first see it in a competition, Olympics or World Cup? What made you say, "Hey, I'm going to go give this a whirl"?
So I've been doing sports for a lot of my life. I began playing t-ball, but I quit
there's a
that.
real easy transition from t-ball to short track. I can totally see that.
No, yeah. So I began with t-ball and then broke the tee because I wasn't tall enough. So that made me quit. I did gymnastics. I quit that because they wouldn't allow me to go first for whatever we were doing. It's probably the vault. And then for the next so and so years, I stuck to hockey and soccer. And I dropped soccer when I was about 10, 11. And then I continued playing hockey till I started speed skating, because speed skating I started in the summer, and then it's a full year thing. You don't stop.
Oh, yeah.
And then hockey, I played hockey for my high school team my sophomore year. And then after that winter season, I made the switch to short track, where I not only began short track, but I moved away to a club, like a developmental club, with a lot of nationally ranked people. And I fell in love with it the minute I hit the ice.
That's neat. That's great. That is fantastic. So tell me, this is a podcast about goal setting and accomplishing goals that we set out before ourselves. What role does goal setting have in this particular profession, especially when you are at the Olympic level?
I think that with anyone that is successful in any profession, goal setting and just goals are there. I don't think you can get to this level without setting goals for yourself and then accomplishing those goals.
There's goal setting of this is what I want to do and so on and so forth. And it's kind of a safe goal. Maybe it's a stretch goal to where I know it's going to be a little tough to do, but I think I can do it. Setting a goal of Olympic athlete has to kind of come under the heading of, what are you thinking hubris, right? What makes you think, I think I can do this?
So that's a goal I set very early. It doesn't just stop at being an Olympic athlete. It stops at medaling in every distance. So I'm not going just for the top. I am going for the top of the top, like something that I've never or no one has really done before.
What you're making me think is, Lon, just to be an Olympic athlete, that's the entrance. That's just the beginning. That's the price of entry for my goals. Whereas to a little person like me, oh, heck, just being able to show up to the games, I'm done. I've made it.
Yeah. I mean, I think every young athlete comes in and they're like, I want to get to the Olympics. I want to be that person, or I want to go to the NBA, the NFL, the NHL, any of these big things. I definitely did have that thought, but then somewhere along my career, I'm like, I want to win gold in every distance. I want to set a world record in every distance. So I'm like really like set myself high, which is a good thing. I think it also could be a bad thing,
Yeah.
depending who you are. But I went in having these big hopes and dreams, and I still, to this day, have those dreams. I still push forward for those dreams.
So, okay, big, aggressive goals, which I totally dig. I love big, aggressive goals, but that takes a pretty methodical process. Can you tell us a little bit about your particular process in terms of setting, executing, measuring goals?
The way I'm taking it and the way I'm handling it is that I'm shooting for the stars, and then I'm bringing myself back down to earth. So it's kind of like reverse goal setting where I find the end product and then I take each step back. What do I have to do that year? What do I have to do that month? What do I have to do that week? What do I have to do that day? What do I have to do that hour? What do I have to do that practice? One of my favorite books I've read in school was Slaughterhouse-Five. And one of his quotes that really rung with me is that when you look at your life and you have recollection on your life, you will understand, you will see that there are big moments and small moments. But when you look at it, the big moments were the small moments. So if I can take each small step, each small goal that I accomplish, it will lead somewhere.
I'll tell you right now, you win the Cupid doll for connecting Kurt Vonnegut's Slaughterhouse-Five with Olympic level goals. I have never seen a connection like that. That's a whole new constellation in the sky for me. So, on the other hand, though, we all are on this journey of life with our goals, right? Is there something about goal setting that still is a challenge for you, that eludes you, that you're still striving to improve upon?
I am terrible at taking notes. I am terrible at like keeping a journal. Everyone who has taught me anything, it's just like you got to keep a record of yourself. And still to this day, I will preach to it, but I've still yet to do that. I am making little goals and little steps to do that, but that's something that's definitely been an Achilles heel for me.
Well, I love a good goal journal, so I hear you. The last thing I want to ask you then is, what is the big overriding goal that you're working on right now? So if we were to come back a year or so from now, what will you have accomplished?
Some goal I'm working on right now is I'm focusing on making my next Olympic Games, and then I'm hoping that I can get to a point where I'm in contention for a medal.
And that's in 2022, right?
February 2022.
February 2022, which is just like around the corner. Where are these games being held?
They'll be in Beijing, China.
Beijing, China. All right. Well, best of luck to you. I can't wait to see how that turns out.
Thank you.
Of course, I'm sure you can't wait to see how it turns out as well.
Oh yeah, I really can't wait.
Thank you very much, Ryan. This was fantastic. Very exciting and very instructive. I really like the way he approaches goal setting. So, if you found any of this interesting and insightful like I did, please do me a favor and share this with your friends and family and coworkers. After all, they're on their own journey as well, and can't we all use a little bit of help? All right, so thanks again, and until we talk next time, have a fantastic day.